Hey, what's up, YouTube? Cool Beans here with my first video ever. So, yep, it's this is my bug out bag, my bug out bag slash EDC bag, or SHTF, shit hit the fan bag, just in case something were to happen. So, a lot of people are into this kind of shit, so I decided to hop on the bandwagon and do a video myself. Thing is, I have no weapons here. I have zero weapons. And bear with me, I have an accent. I sound Mexican. It's because I am Mexican. I have that chew or whatever, that accent. The cool or whatever, that's how I sound. So first you use this is my crossbow. I bought it from a friend of mine for like $60 a long ass time ago. I'm 26 now. I was probably like 15, 17 years old, so I've had this ever since. So the way it works is fire, safety, fire. All right, full shoot, safety. I will make another video shooting my crossbow at targets and such that I made up myself. I mean that I built myself. I built like these wooden targets outside, but let's save that for another video. So these arrows, they're pretty sturdy. Like if a cop comes at you and they have a bulletproof vest on, I asked a police officer once, I'm like, can a crossbow go through a vest? And he said, well, yeah, but it has to be like 100-pound crossbow, but he said, the only way it will not go through the vest is if I'm wearing plates. He said, because keep in mind, he said, bulletproof vests are bulletproof. He said it's Kevlar, which means it's fiber. It's like it will be literally like a bunch of clothing that's made with steel particles. He said that's what Kevlar is essentially. So it is not slice proof. He said the thing is, the reason why it can go through, he said it'll go through like this much, like about a couple inches. So if anything, it will not kill a police officer, but any crossbow over 100 pounds, and this right here is like a 130-pound crossbow right here. He said any crossbow with an iron tip that is over 100 pounds, it will pretty much pierce a regular bulletproof vest. The only way it will not pierce it is if it indeed has a steel plate behind it. Any kind of steel plate, it will not go through. He said, but if it were just a bulletproof vest, it will. So I found this old rusty machete, and I tried to sandpaper it, but it was getting dark, so I can no longer sandpaper it. All right, you can see right there, it's pretty sharp. I tried my best to sandpaper it, but it's an old ass rusty machete. It's like this machete is like 20 years old. Anyways, so I bought an Ozark Trail. I'm a cheap bastard. Like I waste very little money on my stuff. So I bought this one at Walmart for like $12. It's a cool little knife. Blades do not need reloading in a shit at the fan scenario. So the way I see it, America's economy is crumbling slowly but surely. This is a striker. It's a, what do you call it? Let me just demonstrate. It's called a fire striker, something like that. All right. So the way it works is you take your knife, and pretty self-explanatory. You just put a bunch of lints together. You put a piece of cotton, and you strike it, and then the cotton will ignite. All right. So this seems like a pretty cool technical backpack. Forgot a couple things in here. Little lanyard, like a manual paracord, a clip for like a canteen or whatever. It's kind of neat. Has a little lock to it. So yeah. This is the first component. Gloves. I've actually thrown hands wearing these. I got into a fight with a guy because I used to work at the refineries, and I got into a fight with a guy at work, like a literal fist fight, and we went at it for like, we could only last one round because technically these well, not technically, but pretty much these rubber grips hurt a lot. So I literally told him, well, you want to throw hands? And he said, yeah. And then they're like, all right. But he's like, all right, but let's both wear the gloves. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So we threw hands. This guy ends up giving me a bad nosebleed. I end up busting his lips as well. Nobody really wins in a street fight. Technically, I won because I ended up throwing his butt to the ground and kicking his ass on the ground. But technically, nobody wins in a street fight. Because you both, and even if you beat him, even if you beat the guy badly, you still have consequences later to follow. It's called karma. Someone's gonna end up kicking your ass as well. Just how you beat up the other guy. Alright, here's the second component. There's nothing there, literally. And little pouch on the side. And this little pouch here. There's something in here for sure. I don't know. Let me check. Oh, not that I have any, but I used to have water purification tablets. I just ran out of them. I kept on fucking with them. Kept on getting water from the sink or whatever. Kept on messing with them. And now I have no water purification tablets. All right. So this is a flashlight. Need I say more? It needs new batteries, so that's why it doesn't work. But this is a powerful flashlight. It's like 500 lumens of a flashlight, 700 lumens, somewhere around there. Coleman, you can't go wrong with those. This is a 4-in-1. It is a thermometer / whistle / compass. And you guys thought that was it? Wait for it, baby. Come on. Oh, how do I get this shit? All right. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me just set this here. It's tough. It's tough to get it out because I have no fingernails. Oh, there you go. It's magnifying glass, and little do people know, magnifying glasses are very essential. Magnifying glasses are very essential in shit hit the fan scenario, because if it were a sunny day, I don't have nothing to explain it with, but if it were a sunny day, you put the magnifying glass on top of it, on top of a piece of paper or whatever, and you wait, say about, I'd say you wait about 3 full minutes, and the thing is, the glare lens on from the sun, it'll go down and it'll cause so much heat. Even if you're indoors, after a little while you feel the heat in your fingers. So when you're outside and it's hot as fuck, just do this right here to something, to like paper, and it'll catch fire eventually, believe it or not. You guys thought that was Hollywood? No, it's actually in real life as well. So a compass always comes in handy. Apparently that way is north. Apparently that way is north or whatever. Yeah, it's sorry for the annoying whistle blow. Apparently it's apparently inside it's about 70 degrees, somewhere around there. Let me zoom that in. Let me focus it on it. All right, 79 more or less degrees inside. So that's how I know it works, because outside it's like 65 degrees. So it's like 79 degrees inside, because it's a lot hotter inside because my AC isn't working. Well, my AC is not turned on. So it's very good to know, like, if you're on foot, all you have to do is If you're lost, just go, okay, where's the nearest highway? Oh, well, the nearest highway I know goes north, or the nearest highway points west. Just do this and you're like, oh, okay, north is that way. North is that way, and then like just keep on walking that way. You'll find the expressway. You'll be able to walk next to the expressway, get to your destination finally. So yeah, temperature, you're gonna need to know what temperature it is. You're gonna need to know where you're going. If somebody is actually nearby and they're in a car, you're always gonna need people to survive. So this is part of the whistle. Just go and use the whistle, and the magnifying glass. You already know what it's for. It's to burn shit. Magnifying glasses were originally invented to read, so that you could read things. But turns out they also are good fire starters. Anyways, this is a paracord bracelet / lanyard. I don't want to put it on right now. Just so you know what it's for. In case you start bleeding, you just get a knife, which I have one right here, and you just rip it up and take the whole. This will be good for one use only. This is like a one good use only. You rip it up from here. The paracord is really not that long. It's really about like 3 feet to 5 feet long. And then you just really wrap the wound. Let's say the wound is right here. Then you wrap yourself right there really tight and everything. So mosquito head net. You can never go wrong with one of these. When it's sunny outside, the mosquitoes are always out there, especially in Texas. I've seen mosquitoes literally about yay big, about the size of the striker, literally this big. I've seen mosquitoes this big. They're huge, but they're slow. So you just do this right here and you'll kill them. But I've literally seen mosquitoes get up to yay big, monster-like mosquitoes. Anyways, if it's cold outside, you got these hand warmers. The way it works is you rip them open. They're great. All you do is you put them in your hand and you crush it a little bit. It makes your hands way warmer. Ski mask. You're going to have to burglarize homes. You're going to have to burglarize 1 or 2 homes at least if you want their canned foods, if you want what they have inside, cash or whatever. Knee pads. Oh, this is my iPhone charger, by the way. Knee pads. I mean, these not knee pads. These are indeed elbow pads that I bought from the flea market. I bought these from the flea market. You can never go wrong with elbow pads. Oh, these, by the way, these elbow pads are humongous. Let me just show you how big they are. These elbow pads literally are humongous. Like, I weigh 240 pounds and I'm fat, but I have small legs. I have skinny legs. I've used these before as knee pads. I've used them as knee pads as well as elbow pads. So you can use these either. If you have these, either or, great. You can't go wrong without them. Let's say, for example, this reflector vest, it's a safety vest. Really not much explained to do here. It's just a safety vest. They're great for hunting. In a shit hit the fan scenario, the reflector vest, you can literally signal other survivors or whatever. If it were a zombie apocalypse, these do tend to make zombies, from what I've heard. I don't know, because I've never seen a zombie. They tend to make zombies more easily irritated when they see bright colors and everything. I researched it on Google because I had spare time. All right. This is a Molly, Molle, Molly Camel water backpack. The way it works is it has a bunch of Molly straps here. You clean it, you purify it with alcohol, and then you put your water in there, and it'll be good. It'll be good for as long as the water lasts. Even if the water has bacteria, there's a saying in Spanish that goes, little poison doesn't kill a person. Well, the saying is actually poquito veneno no mata. So very little poison won't kill you. It'll make you stronger. That's what it translates to. All right. So this is right here. This is where you suction the water out from. You suction on there's a little valve right here. You just do this right here. You suction on the water and that's it. All right. Well, that's pretty much the end of my bug out bag. There's nothing, literally nothing else left in this. Literally nothing else left in this. I also have this, but in another video, perhaps in part 2, this is like a, I had to dry out my face there because I was sweating so much. This is like an interesting thing that I got. I actually bought this at the mall in Mexico. I bought this at the mall in Mexico. It cost me around the equivalent of like 30 to 40 US dollars. I want to say like $30, $35 maybe. I will be doing another review on this in another video. All right. Oh, and by the way, I was gonna say, I have this cool jacket, and it's dirty. It has paint on it and everything. But pretty much the way it works is this type of camouflage is way more traditional. Is way more effective in a wooded area than this type of camouflage. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. I've literally been out in my backyard, whereas there's like 8.5 acres in my backyard. I've been out there in this, and literally nobody knew I was there. None of my family was like, where is he? And they kept on looking for me. I had this jacket on. No one could find me, and I was literally right there. I was literally, well, you can't see it because it's dark, but back there in the backyard, there's like 8.6 acres, and I was literally right there, right next to a tree, just standing still, smoking a cigarette, and nobody could see me. All right. Well, that pretty much sums up this video. All right, stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. If you hunt, stay hunting. If you survive, stay surviving. But have a nice day.